So today on the sofa, we are joined by controversial, currently cancelled, but I'd say from my experience with him, he can be a gentleman sometimes. We are with SNEAKO. SNEAKO,
Thanks for having me.
how are you?
I'm excited to be in deep Chian Reynolds.
Yes, that sounds crazy, but obviously...
On the sofa. All the names you've picked so far are a little bit pornographic.
Dude, it's crazy.
On the sofa.
I know, and of all the people that I could probably have these names with on a sofa, it's you.
Unprotected.
Yeah. So still working title on the name, but obviously today...
Going raw with...
Definitely not going raw with...
It's a raw conversation.
No, exactly.
I mean, that's why I'm canceled, because I speak unfiltered, unprotected, raw.
Raw.
Bareback. That's how I...
Yeah, see, we're not going there. This is a nice conversation of depth.
Depth.
Yeah, see, I'm just gonna shut up.
There's going to be a lot of depth.
Yeah,
It's going to be deep.
Good. That's what we want. We want to go deep.
Very deep. We do want to go deep.
So, SNEAKO, for those of you that don't know you, so we first met over a year and a half ago, and it was through a former show that I'd done. But obviously, we reached out to you because you were known as like a red pill content creator in the manosphere space.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, you stream online and you are very opinionated and you are controversial.
Did you like the stream yesterday?
Yes.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed the stream.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was laid back, easy going. So I didn't look at the chat that much. I actually don't think I looked at it once. Usually when you do streams like that, I look at it the whole time. I know like a lot of the regular people in there.
Oh.
But I was just, I knew that it was your first time streaming, so.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming. I've streamed before, but not like on...
With Taekwondo.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know Ty?
Yeah, I do. We streamed together two years ago.
Oh, no, Ty, he's really cool.
He's from Philly. He was like, that was back when I was living in New York.
Oh, no, wait, don't give away everything just yet. So
Okay.
I want to start off this just to keep it really lighthearted. If you could describe yourself with 3 words, what 3 words are they and why?
Best guy ever.
Best guy ever.
I'm the best.
You're the best.
Yes, those are 3 words.
That is very confident that you are the best.
Best person alive.
Okay, what makes you the best person alive?
I am... yeah. So now,
When you have to break it down.
I like to stick to the 3 words. Okay. What makes you the best guy ever? All the things I'm thinking of, I don't want to speak for myself. I just want the results to do the talking.
Oh, okay.
I think I want let people explain it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully by the end of this conversation,
They'll figure it out.
I will hopefully agree with that statement and we'll see if it's true.
You don't?
On my own. No, you're okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
Okay guy ever.
Yeah. So, SNEAKO, please tell me a bit about yourself. Like, where are you from?
I was born in New York, and I grew up in Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut. I doubt you even know where that is.
No, I've heard of it.
Yeah. No, you haven't.
But I have in the movies.
What movie?
Like, in American movies.
American movie?
Yeah, like Connecticut.
Okay, that's where the Yale University is. You might know Yale.
Yeah.
It looks like London, all the architecture, so I'm used to this. I was born in New York, and I pretty much say I'm from New York is a lot cooler, and rather than saying I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. But yeah, that's where I'm from, and moved back to New York. I went to college there, lived all over the city, so I know New York pretty well, and I can kind of say I'm from there. And then I live in Miami now for 2 years, but I haven't been back in a while. I've been traveling all over, so I'm never really home. I'm kind of
Everywhere.
yeah, I'm kind of everywhere.
Yeah, no, you seem like, though that's the good thing about like your work. You can travel around and live and enjoy life.
I left a bunch of grapes in my fridge before I went on this big trip. I haven't been home in about over a month now.
Oh.
And I know they're rotting.
Yeah, they'll probably go to, is it like raisins? Is it? Right?
I think they're going to just be moldy. I don't think they go to raisins. I think they're going to be spilling out of the fridge. There's some things that I should have taken care of before. Mail, people I text, all this stuff. But kind of all over the place.
Oh, that's okay. So tell me a bit about like your upbringing and what is your background?
So my mom is Filipino or Filipina. Her parents are fresh off the boat. They left after World War II when Japan occupied the Philippines. They moved to Connecticut, had my mom. And my dad is from Haiti. So he's half Hungarian-ish, like a European mutt. Maybe part Jewish, I'm not sure. Just a European mutt. And then my grandfather, I never met him. He met my Haitian grandmother, and they had my dad. And he was born in Morocco, grew up in Haiti, and he moved to New York during college. I went to the same school as my dad.
Oh, wow.
Parents met in New York, and then here I am. So I'm Filipino, black, and white.
A bit of everything.
A bit of everything. And maybe Jewish, too. So for anyone saying I'm anti-Semitic, you know?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Shabbat shalom.
Because to be fair, like we're definitely going to touch back on like your background because there's something that I want to touch on. So actually, whilst we're here, we might as well.
Sure.
So you just said about your background. So you've got quite a mix. And obviously you see like on the internet that you get cancelled. Like you do say quite outspoken, outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I think I beat it. I think I beat they tried, and I'm more relevant than before I was canceled.
Yeah.
And I have more free speech than a lot of people. It's actually funny. There's this dude, I don't want to give him credit. This is Indian YouTuber. He's a gamer and he's overweight, stuff like this. And he's been constantly for 2 years trying to discredit me. One time I had a conversation with him and I'm like, why don't you, like, what do I say that you disagree with? And he didn't think of anything. He's Muslim too. So we should agree. But he's one of those like liberal Muslims. Anyway, he deleted his Twitter yesterday. And the reason was he was tired of seeing my tweets. He doesn't follow me. Every day I pop up. And it was a meme of like a black person's brain being fried with fried chicken.
And that's what I saw.
Yeah, I know. That got him so triggered that he deleted his Twitter. And so I won. You know, they try to, so the cancel people are the one running Twitter and running the social commentary narrative, like me, others in the space. And then the people that have mainstream access, they can't even handle it. So they cancel themselves.
Yeah.
He deleted his Twitter account. See, I would take any social media that would allow me. I'll go on it now because I'm very limited to where I can go. But these people that have access have to leave because they cannot handle the truth.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. So like, I personally don't think like cancel culture is a thing as such. Obviously, we've seen certain other people be cancelled, but it's kind of like you can only be cancelled by the certain demographic of people that you're offending. But to touch on like the things that you've tweeted before and things that you've said, like how do you think that's okay?
Yeah, of course I do.
Like why?
So I just came back from the Masjid today. It's Jummah, so every Friday we go to the mosque. Men are required, and I was at it was a Sierra Leone mosque. Or these people. London is so diverse. I've been to Whitechapel before. There's all these Bengalis walking around. This one was a Sierra Leone. They look like straight out of Africa. I was praying side by side with all these black people. It was a black imam, just like, you need to keep your deen, like all like really, you need to represent Islam. Like he was preaching that way. And afterwards, the black people came up and they were all fans taking pictures and stuff. People with like some random like fat liberals will say like I'm racist, but where are the people that think I'm racist? No one actually believes I'm racist.
Yeah,
there's not one person who actually believes it. Even before I was speaking with the men that are here about the carnival that's happening tomorrow in London. I was like, oh yeah, just monkeys twerking in the street.
You can't say that.
I just did.
No, but you can't.
I just did. That's what.
Like,
let's be realistic about. Okay, let me break down carnival for a second. So they have to board up the stores because black people want to go and twerk half naked and throw bottles around, get drunk, and then hump each other in the streets. And then they get so drunk and so outlandish, and they start all this stuff that they start stealing from the stores. That's why the stores are having to get boarded up. They should not need to prepare for riots for a carnival. That makes no sense. So they're allowed because it's carnival under the guise of Caribbean culture, because they get dressed up in feathers like birds, to go and get drunk and hump each other in the streets where children are walking by.
No, there's a family day. Like
there's a family day,
yeah,
but there's also a degenerate day. And if there's a family day, they would need to board up the stores. Regardless, like I can say that they're acting like monkeys, and even though that sounds racist, everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Everyone's thinking they're like, oh, even then I had 3 other conversations with Uber drivers like, carnival's coming up, and like monkeys, and he starts laughing. I think he was black.
But why
I say it?
Yeah, why can it come out so loosely?
Because I'm tired of like censoring myself and saying, because everyone's thinking it, but nobody says it. Right? This stuff should not be allowed. The reason it's allowed is because all the white people in London are afraid to call it out because they don't want to get called racist. Everyone's thinking this is degenerate, it should not be allowed. We should have this in desert. If you want to go hump each other like with bird feathers on, do it in your home.
But do you think like because you have got some color to you that you can get away with saying it?
That's why.
Is that why like you think that you can?
I have freedom of speech that other people don't have. I can make fun of every single race. I can make fun of every religion. I can make fun of everybody. And
I think just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Doesn't mean you should. Well, if it comes from a place of malicious intent, which it doesn't, and I think everybody knows it doesn't, then you're fine. But if you actually have hatred in your heart, which I don't, that's why I call my community love speech, because they try to say hate speech, hate speech. No, I love everybody. I love everybody so much that I'm willing to make fun of everybody, because you have to seek truth to get to you have to find truth through funny. That's how you find the common ground. If you're able to like poke fun at each other and like point out the flaws, that's how you really realize that we're all not that different, really.
Yeah, I agree that we're not all that different, but I think at the same time, like, because you aren't fully black, I can't even speak fully on this because I'm only mixed race. Mm-hmm. So I know that there's certain privileges when I speak on like color racism, but I feel like you haven't had the black experience. I haven't had it, but I've seen it firsthand from social circles and other environments, and I feel like it's not really fair to kind of make jokes at an expense that you can't fully identify.
Victim mentality is more detrimental than anything racist. When people talk about the black experience, when they get profiled by a cop once in a while, like, oh, slow down, big deal. The victim mentality of, I have the black experience, that is going to hurt you more than any sort of racism that you can make up.
But you've not had so you can't like...
I could say I have a mixed experience. I could say I have an Asian experience. I could say I have an immigrant experience. I could say I have...
But nothing is as worse as the black experience.
Come on.
It's not.
There's nothing worse than being black?
No.
Is that what you said?
No, but I'm saying the black experience as how people are treated racially.
Today?
It is bad.
How are black people treated today? That's so terrible.
Listen, I live in a predominantly white area.
Yeah.
And...
You know why? Because it's safe.
No.
There's a reason why when you make money, if you want to go to a safe neighborhood, you have to go away from...
No. But...
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Then.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, unless, like, do you have any actual black friends?
Yeah, so many.
Like, actual black friends.
You've met them. Myron and Fresh, they came here. Like, most of my closest friends came here.
Okay, so if you are out with them...
I'm out with them all the time.
And someone's being racist, has that not ever...
I'm racist to them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So your ignorance goes past that. Like, just because it's funny for you or whatever, like, it's a complete different conversation. So, like, if you've actually seen him being racially profiled, like, it's not nice.
I've never seen it happen.
Yes, I'm saying to you, maybe because it's not been...
It's so blown out of proportion. It's so... We were half black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when was the last time you've been racially profiled?
Literally just the other day.
What happened?
In a place called Brentwood.
Okay.
So I was walking with my friends, and then an old white man was just like, effing ends round here. And it was just, but it's like...
He didn't even say that to you.
Hmm?
He didn't even say that to you.
He was dead ass looking at us.
And he said...
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, like, it's still...
Okay, but how did that affect your day?
No, it's just ignorance. It affects it because it's sad, but you look past it because you can...
Gosh, just an old racist white guy. Big deal.
No, but I'm saying, but it's the kids, he has children, he's educating, that he's passing all this ignorance down to. I think that's probably more the problem, but I just feel like I don't think it's fair that you think that you can agree with saying like certain racial tones and slurs.
Yeah, black people make fun of whites all the time. They make fun of how they don't season their chicken, how they can't dance, how they sleep with dogs. Like white girls, like the...
Yeah, but I know, but it doesn't come with like the years of oppression. Hey,
living in a victim mentality thing we need to move on from. Like, who cares? There's oppression. Everybody was oppressed. Like, Irish people were slaves. Jews had the Holocaust. Asians had internment camps. If you live in this, like, well, this happened in the past, so I'm a victim, you're never going to sleep.
I think, like,
what's happening?
So many microaggressions, like, there's so much.
Microaggressions?
Yeah.
You get over it.
It's not get over it when it's happening to you, and I feel like...
Okay, so what's the solution to microaggressions?
No, this is what I'm saying. Like, for me, I don't have the answers, and I don't have the solution. However...
I do.
Not making...
Get over it. That's the solution. You can't just let... Why would you let...
But it's not your experience. Like, when...
I'm telling you, I have experience. People call me... I've gotten called chink before. I've gotten called nigger before. I've gotten called everything before.
You've been called that and what?
Of course I have. And I've just now on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, just now. Before, when I was sitting down waiting because we were late, I took the picture of London. I was like, actually, don't believe the hype. London is a place where a lot of cultures, it's diverse, and it's safe right now. Don't believe the riots. And then there was a white nationalist, because there's some in the community. They said, fuck you, nigger. We're going to deport all the Muslims. Just now, I read that, I laughed, and then I just drank my tea.
Yeah, but I think it's different. Like, when you live in a different, you have a different environment, different things, like, you have different experiences. That's all. So I think yours are just more ignorant. I'm not saying that yours are completely wrong or completely right. Obviously, racism is wrong, but I just think the ignorance could just be a little different. I think you could tone down on that.
Why? Because it hurts people's feelings?
It's not even about hurting people's feelings. It's like, you've got a massive platform. Like, you have a lot of influence in people who come to you. Like, you're making these things okay.
But the reason I have that is because I speak freely. Because I don't let people control my thinking. A lot of people refuse to even think certain things. Like, they'll see Carnival, they'll think, oh, this should not happen. But because it's under the guise of Carnival or Caribbean culture, they shut their mouth and they don't speak about it. I can speak freely without being... I'm not afraid of being called racist or being called any of these words. And that's why people resonate, because they're like, oh, yeah, I kind of agree. But I just wasn't allowed to think that. And so that's why they resonate with what I say. Then you need to have people like that. If you let your feelings dictate instead of what's true and what's logical, then we're never going to see what the truth really is.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. But I just think it's a very difficult conversation space to navigate, like, in general, especially when I feel like we come from a place of privilege. And I think you have to also accept that. You speak from a place of privilege.
Why? Why is that?
Like, you do, like, for you as a whole, being a mixed race person, being the kind of person that you are, very outspoken, like...
What's the privilege?
You are, like, you have the privilege.
Of what?
Of a lot of things, of opportunities, of life. Do you not think?
Privilege of opportunities?
Yeah.
What opportunities do I have that other people don't have?
Why don't...
And in the first world, in the Western world. Compared to, like, 80, like, yeah, those people are really poor. But I'm saying...
you are in a privileged place in your life now.
Okay, what about other black people or the people you're saying are victimized? Do they not have the same privileges I have?
We have privileges, but at the same time we don't because of ignorance.
Like what?
Racism. But we can't keep going around.
I just said that I get called racist things all the time too.
But you don't have the racism that, like, black people have, and all those. It's like you are treated different when you are darker skinned.
But the only example was just being called a slur on the street.
It's not the only example, and you know it's not. So we're not gonna act like...
I hear people say this, but I don't know what the actual...
But that's what I'm saying though. So if you haven't...
There's a lot of advantages that black people get in America when it comes to, like, school, when it comes to
about that.
Affirmative action. A lot of minorities will get privileges and get, access to school that white people don't get. Or Asians, for example, they have the highest test scores, but they won't get into school as often as a black person or a Spanish person because they want to have diversity. If you look at any university's website, the first person you see is a mixed race, curly hair. They want to sham diversity everywhere. Even Kamala Harris is probably going to win the election in the United States because she pretends to be black. And having that victim complex of, oh, look how much of a victimized minority I am, that resonates with people, that taps into empathy. I think part of the reason Kamala Harris right now, even though she's Indian, is winning in the polls against Trump is because she's pretending to be black. Because people like the fact, they think the white people are evil. We've been saying this so much, that white men evil, white men evil. What do white people even control in America? What are they really in charge of? Where's the white supremacy? The reason Trump should win. If you look at his economic policies, if you look at his foreign policy, he's the better president of the two. But the reason people like Kamala is because she's not a white guy. There's a lot of privileges minorities have.
No, that is true to some degree. I feel like just on this topic as a whole, it's really hard to speak on it. I think just both of us being mixed race, we can't speak completely freely in an aspect where we don't fully understand, because we don't have the capacity to understand.
So you can't understand other races without being...
No, we can have empathy, but you can't understand it fully.
So,
you can't.
So you have to be like a dark-skinned ooga booga black to understand blackness?
Look, we're not going to do that.
Was that what you're saying?
We're not going to do that.
Okay, but you have to...
But you're not stupid, are you? You're a smart person.
Okay.
So why are you...
Is that what you're saying?
Genuinely, like, you're a smart person.
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
No, but listen, we're not on stream.
Yeah, no.
I liked you as a person. I think you're actually a decent person. So, like, when you say certain things, whether it's to trigger, whether it's to motivate, whether it's for clout, like, there's no...
It's not for clout.
No, but for me, like, I don't find racial slurs and tones funny. So you're not impressing me in this conversation.
I'm not impressing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But when you're having a conversation with actual people that want to get to know you on a level, want to talk to you, having certain racial undertones and slurs isn't funny.
So I was saying ooga booga.
No, like, you don't even need to try and, like, make a joke out of it because it's silly.
Okay.
Like, when you're trying to talk to someone...
You're smiling a little bit.
No, because I'm laughing because it's stupid.
What's stupid? Ooga booga?
No, you know that you're being stupid.
They're laughing. I mean, let me break that down without saying words that are going to offend you, okay? Are you saying that you need to be that race to understand the race?
No, I'm not saying that you need, like, because listen, my nan was a white woman that taught me a lot.
Do you understand white people?
Yes. I understand. It's not saying you can understand, but not fully. You can have empathy, but you're never going to understand that experience. I do not understand the white experience. Like, I don't. I do not understand the black experience. I'm not fully black. I understand the mixed experience. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. I think you can understand other people's experiences without being that.
Not really. So we'd have to agree to disagree here. But anyway, less about other people. Like, I want to get to know you here. So I want to talk about your childhood. What was your childhood like?
It was great. I have good parents. I was raised well, Northeast. And there was a lot. I was thinking a lot about the race thing when I was growing up. A little bit confusing mix. Like, I was in a predominantly white area. Had a lot of different friends, but predominantly white. And so that was like, I did have that identity crisis for like, what am I, And then I got over it, and now free.
Yeah. I think maybe that's probably why you can sit comfortably with the racial undertones and jokes. Being in a predominantly white area, it's like ingrained in you from that.
Oh no, they were all afraid of speaking about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Though,
was
like,
whole
the aggressions and racial undertones, and that. And I come from a predominantly white area, so I completely understand. Like, I grew up with the, we don't like black people, we don't like this, but you're okay. We like you. You're one of
the good ones.
Like, yeah. So it's like I've grown up seeing that. So then, even for me, there was a point in my life where I'd always make jokes at my expense. And I look and I think, actually, I really love being a brown person. I'm not letting people make these little undertones or these jokes on microaggressions. Like, even with you, like, as much as that's how you talk and how you are, I'm just saying, like, for me personally, that's an uncomfortable thing for me.
Right, but the white people that I grew up around were the white liberals that, like, voted for Obama because they wanted to not be called racist. Like, the white liberals who believe in 30 genders, these people, you know, it's a different demographic of whites, like the Kennedy whites. And that's why I think I was a big Trump supporter in 2016 because of these people. They didn't have any freedom of speech at all. They weren't proud to be white. They had no sense of identity. They weren't nationalistic. They hated America. So that's why I delved into these topics a lot, because it didn't make sense. Like, why are you not proud of being who you are?
Yeah.
It wasn't the racist white people. No, it was the ashamed ones. Hate those. I like racist people a lot better than those.
No, you do not. Stop it.
Do you prefer...
I want to ask you, so what do you identify as? Like, what is your identity?
I'm that nigga.
Stop it.
I identify, my pronouns are I'm him.
I'm him. Okay, so that's your pronoun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did you want to be as a child growing up?
I wanted to be a comedian at first. I think I just saw Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, wanted to be like them. Earlier, I wanted to be a football player. Then I wanted to be a film director. And then I wanted to be a YouTuber. And so I did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And it's a lot of things. It's kind of all the creative things, right? And like sports and creative.
Yeah, the football thing didn't last that long. It wasn't that good.
Oh, no?
I played at a high level, but it wasn't my passion. My passion was creating, like film, comedy, these things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to combine the two.
Yeah, because I saw a video of you doing stand-up. I think that was before, and that's when I wanted to reach out. So before you started doing this kind of like mansphere content, because I just look and I feel like you obviously have a platform. People do gravitate towards you, and you have got the ability to like walk in a room and have people listen to you. So I wonder, like, why not a comedy, and why not like something that's more like, I don't know, it's different to this very intense red pill content.
Mm-hmm. So why don't I do that? I mean, there's no money in it. I like doing it, but I get to exercise that need to do it through streaming. It's the same thing. When I'm speaking, it's just me and a camera and like an audience. It's the same exact thing. And make a lot more money. There's no money in stand-up comedy. It's just like a bunch of drunk losers. Also, it's not funny anymore. Like, stand-up sucks. Have you seen a stand-up comedy show?
Yeah.
They all suck.
No, my friends are quite funny.
Who?
I know some comedians.
Name one.
You wouldn't know them, like Christopher Savage. He's very talented over here.
Is he?
Yeah, I'll put you on.
I don't know. I go see, every time I stop by in New York, I watch a show. And there's guys I do like, the routine club comedians, just like Aaron Berg is good. David Tell. But they're like the closers. They're the veterans who've been doing it for a long time. If you watch like any other people, they're so filled with like the atheist liberal ideology. They're not funny at all. They're not able to say anything. They're just like, how about these Christians? It's just dumb, gay. I don't like it. I like comedy that pushes boundaries, and everybody's afraid to now. So
yeah, that's true. No, but I definitely agree with you when it comes to like certain things in cancel culture and the very sensitive.
It's too sensitive because stand-up comedy has to be in a city, and the cities have been so indoctrinated with that ideology that they can't push any boundaries. And anytime they do, Joe Rogan just had a special and made a joke about Michelle Obama being a man. And during the special, he immediately apologized for the joke to get the...
Yeah.
It's just like, just say it.
Yeah.
Just say she's a man.
No, but I...
Say Mike Obama with your chest. She has a big back. She looks like Mike Tyson.
No. I just...
Say it with your chest.
No, but I feel like, but this is like the art of comedy, and I feel like maybe you should just be a comedian so you can just get away with everything that you say and not look like a dick. But you're still going to look like a dick.
Thank you.
Welcome. So I wanted to ask you, can you actually talk me through like the actual red pill mansphere content, like everything, like what actually is the mansphere?
I mean, I'm not really in it anymore. I think it's kind of cringe. A lot of these people just obsessing over how women view them I think it's a kind of a gay way to live. Like your frame and you're hyper analyzing how your interactions and how she thinks of you. Like if your existence lives in the minds of women, that's such a shallow form of living. I want to transcend that. I like to follow God. I think it's really cringe. So,
but do you think? But it wasn't cringe when you was advocating it. So do you think it's going to be hard?
I don't know if I was. There's a lot of stuff that I resonate with. A lot of stuff that's really good about it. You know, they embrace masculinity in a way, not fully, but in a way that's better than the alternative that you see in London and New York. So it's a good way out of that. And there's like a message there that I can get behind. But when you look into their real philosophy, it's too centered around how women perceive you.
It's a bit obsessive. And I feel like for me, obviously, I spent a good few years trying to understand it, trying to challenge it. And I think that's why it's very hard, though, for me to sit and, like, when I have conversations with any red pill manosphere content creators, it's kind of like you guys can lead, have a strong following, like be so passionate about something, and then it's like you literally just wake up one day and it's a new thing. Like that's how I feel about you guys and religion. So, and don't get me wrong, so before I even sound ignorant or anything like that, I think it's absolutely amazing, it's absolutely beautiful that you, like yourself, like Andrew, have found Islam. I think it's nice that you guys are practicing that. And I think when anyone is...
Tristan just texted me, he said he's always praying. He's always praying for us.
Yeah.
It's good. Like they came a long way.
That's what I mean. But it's kind of like, I've got friends that are Muslim and they pray constantly. They really are good people. And I kind of feel what worries me when it seems like it's like a bandwagon thing sometimes. But I can't judge. I'm not here to sit and judge you because everyone's journey with God, their God, is a personal one to them. So like tell me about your journey and your relationship into religion.
Well, yeah, I can tell you that, but why do you think that it's a bandwagon?
Personally, I think, if I'm being completely honest, the Muslim community are very supportive. They're very open. They're very accepting. And so I kind of feel like with you guys, especially with streamers, that it probably is a calculated move. And it's not coming from a place of judgment. I'm genuinely trying to understand, because it's like you guys were very strong on like this manosphere stuff, and it does go into the Islam tradition.
Islam transcends that.
It absolutely
like
does.
Manosphere is a surface level part of it, but when you're looking for true masculinity, it only comes from God. So that's where I see it. And also, people say this a lot, but like, who else is on the trend?
You, Andrew, and all the people that follow you guys.
But like you're saying, streamers, public people. Who else?
I can't remember the names, but I saw it.
There's no one.
There is, but I can't remember the names. I'm not really big into the streamers.
There's really not, because I'm in this world. There's not a lot of people, and if they are, then I'm glad that they.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not even I can't even say it in a negative way, because it's nice that people are finding God. Like, people are finding faith. Like, people need it. Like, if people aren't as fortunate to grow into a religiously born household and they're finding it later on in life, then good for them. But how did you get onto your journey with God?
I was always interested in Malcolm X. Actually, when he goes back, he asked me about childhood and stuff. I really resonated with Malcolm X. And he was a black leader in the 60s and the civil rights era. And I always loved the way he conducted himself. He had these like the 50s glasses. He had a suit. He was always like here. He was very authoritative. He spoke well. He didn't speak like ooga booga. Like he was a black guy, but the way he conducted himself and everything, the way he turned his life around was really inspiring, because he grew up as a street pimp. He was in the streets. His dad was killed by the Ku Klux Klan. He was in and out of gangs. He was acting like a typical monkey. And then he went to jail. He found the Nation of Islam, and then he changed his whole life around. And then he memorized the dictionary, and he was reading, and he was speaking all around, and then he was leading people out of a degenerate lifestyle and giving them a good path. I think that's why they assassinated him. When he really found true Islam was in Mecca. I've been twice. I went during Ramadan. I went last November for Umrah. That's part of the pilgrimage that we take as Muslims. And there he realized that the Nation of Islam was a cult, that they were following this false prophet Elijah Muhammad. But Islam, we're told to only follow God, to only worship God and God alone. The biggest sin is Islam is associating partners with God. So worshiping anybody else, like any man or anything, celebrities, all this stuff. The only the only being we worship is God and God alone. And he finally realized that. And then he let go of a lot of his hateful beliefs. I don't know if he was hateful, but he did have a violent rhetoric. He's like, he was very militant. He was a black nationalist, like black power, all this stuff. We should segregate. But in Mecca, when he saw everybody worshiping God, he realized that there was nothing that separates us. Our skin color doesn't separate us. We're all God's creation. and realized that he could eat next to a white man and he couldn't have judgment. Before then, he would not even like share food with a white guy. And then he met a white guy in Mecca, and he wrote a letter back to the black nationalists in New York, and he's like, this guy got me a hotel room on the house. You know, we shared a meal together. I prayed next to him, and these are all my Muslim brothers are my brothers in Islam. And that's where he changed his whole philosophy. And he wasn't afraid to admit that he was wrong. He was so militant about the Nation of Islam for a long time, and Elijah Muhammad. And when he finally realized that, you know, that he can grow, he admitted it, and he led a lot of people with that too. I think a lot of people are afraid to change because they don't want to admit that they were wrong.
I think it's ego with a lot.
Ego gets in the way of a lot of people. A lot of people resonate with Islam, but they don't, you know, like they come from a Christian community, they come from this community, they're going to be judged or whatever. They're going to be, you know, their past sins or whatever. But when you become a Muslim, all your sins are forgiven. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. You're never going to be perfect, and there's no expectation to be perfect. But I love the growth and transformation of him and his willingness to change and become the best person he can be. And when he got to that point, that's when they assassinated him. So I think he's the perfect example of a black leader and of a black person. And not even that, just like a good role model that we could follow as an American. I love this book. I highly recommend everybody read it. It's called The Autobiography of Malcolm X. If you're too bored to read a book, we can watch the movie. Spike Lee made it, even though he's a communist. He made a good movie about him. I highly recommend you see that.
Yeah. So
I always resonated, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I always resonated with Islam because of that book. My dad gave it to me when I was about 11 or 12. Okay. And I first read it because, like, you can see the front. He looks really angry. He's like this. And it's kind of scary. And then you read it, and then you understand America a lot better. You understand the racial dynamics. You understand religion, God. It really tells you history, politics, religion, all in one. And then I actually, there was a phase where you could even see tweets I posted when I was like 14, 15, because I've had the same Twitter account for a long time. I'm like, I kind of want to convert to Islam. I got some hate, I got some pushback, and so I didn't follow through. But I always resonated with it. And then time passed, and I went atheist, and I grew up Catholic, but I never really resonated with Catholicism. And I went atheist, and I hit a point when I was on YouTube, when I was making videos. I'd even upload this video. I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, what is the point of everything? Like, nothing matters. Why am I here? Like, what am I doing? I'm making videos. Why? I'm trying to entertain. Why? What's the overall? I wasn't serving a greater purpose.
Yeah.
I was just here existing. And then I found Islam, and I realized that the greater purpose is to make it to the afterlife. Everything in this life is a test. Everything that happens here, we're supposed to do good things in order to be judged on Judgment Day, and then ultimately make it to paradise.
Yeah.
So the reason
you're doing good things.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I am.
What good things are you doing?
I bring a lot of people to Islam. I mean, I don't like to talk about stuff. I mean, I have okay. One of the things I'm most proud of is during the month of Ramadan, we raised $100,000 for Gaza, me and my community, and we could see the kids like eating. That was like something recently, but yeah, the stuff like that I don't like to talk about too much. But even in a good deed can be as simple as smiling. Like even that's a good deed, or being polite, being respectful. Yeah. All that, just adding good things to the world and making other people happier. That's part of the good deeds that we're going to be measured upon on Judgment Day.
Yeah, I think that's much better. Like for me, if you were advocating that more, and I know that a lot of people are saying you're probably one of those people that said like when you do charity, it's from the heart and it's not a place of like look at me. But I feel like when you're advocating that, like charity work and raising money and actually helping, like making a difference in the world instead of like telling men to get vasectomy.
I've never said that.
Yes, you did. You've said it.
No. Did you get a vasectomy?
Yes, you did.
Why you never said that? I debated with the godfather of the Red Pill. This is the dude who wrote the Red...
You challenged me and you challenged it before.
I never said get a vasectomy.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
What?
On my old show...
Play the clip.
I will go get
There's no chance I said that.
Can you go back on and...
There was no chance I said that.
Chian, SNEAKO, grilling.
There's no chance I said that.
You can look in the transcript, you'll find it. No, there was, because I remember, and I feel like I obviously haven't seen much of your content because you've been taking...
No, I never said that. So I had a famous debate with the Grand Wizard of the Red Pill.
No, but we had, before you went on there, we had a previous episode. We done a show together, and that's when I challenged it, and we spoke about it. And that's
about getting a vasectomy?
And we were speaking about life and kids, and then that's when we was talking about legacy and life. But anyway, I'll get the clip just to show you. But
you sound really certain, but I'm sure
I was very, very certain. Very, very certain. But this was when you was very into the red pill stuff. So I'm just trying to say to you, like, seeing your growth, like you did advocate that, and you was just saying...
No, I did not.
You did. You was...
Wait. What did you say on this if you could find it? There's no chance I said this. I had a famous debate where I was completely against.
Yeah, that was after. Like, I know that's when I told you. I showed you on the stream yesterday what my friend had said. But
Your friend said that, but I never advocated for that.
You did. Okay, well, you're in the red pill community.
Don't box me that. I'm very anti that. It's basically a transgender surgery. You should never do that. I've never advocated for that. We need to play. Let's see.
We will stop finding the clip.
We're trying to look for it.
Yes. For us to look through. Yeah, we'll find it. Like, we will. Okay, but basically what
I never said that.
But going back to the red, when you were heavy into the manosphere stuff, I feel like when you've got this platform and you're doing such great...
Yeah, I was going for destroying that whole ideology. I had a debate and he got really upset. He started calling me names, all this stuff. Because he was saying to be a high-value man, you need to get a vasectomy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Being a high-value man, first off, is like a slavery term. Like you're standing at an auction table, $10,000, $20,000. Valued by who? Like, what does this even mean? Because you have chains? Because you have a high body count? Like, what does that even mean? It's stupid. So don't ever, how much money you have in the bank? It's all garbage.
Though, like, going back to when you said, like, when you were younger, did you say atheist?
Well, I grew up Catholic and then I was a disbeliever for a while, yeah.
So do you think, like, you, for a very long time, I know you did just say into before you found religion, that you were lost?
Yeah.
Because it's like you needed to find purpose because
there's no meaning.
Like,
there's no meaning without Islam.
Because when you say like 1 minute it was this, your belief was this, or you were following this, and then it was kind of like maybe even your relationship with yourself when you wasn't sure with the direction you were taking your life maybe. And the only reason why I'm asking and I'm saying that is because maybe a lot of viewers couldn't resonate with it because it's like you're on this journey now with your faith, but before it was kind of like, are you just doing things because they're trends?
No. What?
And like, and was you scared? Like, have you ever been scared to just be who you are? But now obviously you've discovered who you are with this journey of Islam. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because you were saying like you once put on a tweet saying that you want to, that you wanted to be look into like Islam, and then you said that you got a lot of hate, so you didn't.
No, that's not why. But I just never followed through. I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And if you're not around Muslims, then they have a hard time resonating with it or finding it. You know, I put that out there. The idea was there. But, you know, I'm in the Northeast with a bunch of white Christians. How am I going to be able to become a Muslim? There's no masjid in my area.
So how did you get introduced to Islam?
I had actually a lot of the Dawah guys. I did a stream with some of them yesterday. I was streaming, and I hosted a debate about the Trinity Christianity, and I put a debate against a Muslim and a Christian, and then I heard the Trinity being explained. And as I started to become more aware of how the world works, and as you get red-pilled and you realize the control mechanisms that all lead back to Israel, you start to look further and you start to look for answers. And then I realized God was real, but I didn't know what religion it was. And then when I listened to the Trinity and stuff like that, what I believe is in pure monotheism. I believe in Islam. We believe in this idea called Tawheed, of the oneness of God. We don't, and the biggest sin is shirk. That's why Islam exists, because you don't associate any partners with God. It's God and God alone. Other religions, they believe Jesus is like Holy Spirit, man, this stuff. Like Hindus believe in 33 million gods, Vishnu. Buddhists believe in reincarnate. They believe the universe is God. Islam is just, there's one creator and that's it. And that is what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that logically, I feel was a logical explanation.
Yeah. And I think...
Did you find the vasectomy clip? It doesn't exist.
I will find it. It's not even making it up, and it's not being delusional. Like, we sat and we challenged it, because I remember we had a long conversation about...
You were probably bleeding that day.
No, I was not bleeding that day, and you're not going to do that. You're not going to be... You're not going to...
You sound hormoned.
I'm a woman, so of course I can be hormonal sometimes. And that's what I love about being...
And it's okay, yeah.
So, like, there's no point, like, to do these little, like, microaggression things.
It's not microaggression.
No, whatever these little statements you're trying to do in this moment is not going to work with me, because, yes, I am a female. Yes, I can be hormonal. But what I'm telling you is we've had a conversation before, and then we got into a debate about it, and it was about legacy. Because you was then saying about men don't need to have kids. You can have loads of wives. It was on that conversation. Yes, you did. You did. I wish you did. And then I said to you, there is nothing more better for you as a man to like leave your legacy with your seed, and you pass on and you have kids. I remember it so clearly.
And I disagreed with you?
You didn't disagree. You didn't disagree, but you listened to what I had to say.
Okay, so you say now you just...
no, I'm not.
So I listened?
No, you listened.
So you think that you taught me about
No, it's not. No, listen. It's not. I'm not trying to get like, oh, I taught you this, but I'm just trying to say.
Say what?
Like, firstly, this is an example of the male ego.
But what are you trying to say? The male ego side.
I'm even lost where we're at, but I was just getting to a point of the trends on saying things, because originally I was trying to actually give you your credit and say it's nice that you're doing something positive. You found religion,
right,
and that you've changed from what you were doing, because why do I make you?
I've always lived in how to.
Okay, but I'm saying, but when we first met, we were challenging each other on our beliefs. You was very heavy into the mansphere red pill concept.
You said vasectomy.
Yes, because you said that.
I did not say that.
Okay, whether you we'll have to agree to disagree.
No, we don't. I could just prove you wrong.
It's not wrong. Might not have made the edit, but we did. We sat there for hours on that day, and there's nothing wrong with that, because, like you said, going with what you've learned with Malcolm S, learning, no ego, and growing.
But don't try to take credit for it.
I'm trying to take credit. I'm just saying to you, like, we sat there on those blue chairs.
You keep saying that
because we did. Like, I promise you.
Where in the video?
I don't know if it even made the edit, but we sat there that day. Like, look at me. We did.
I'm looking.
I'm not lying.
Are you?
Like, we sat there that day and we were talking about, and I remember saying to you,
we did.
You were so strong, saying you're going to be working. You're just going to have multiple wives. And I said, but why would you want to be away from your kids?
Away from your kids.
And that's, we had the deep conversation.
And we were talking about.
You don't remember?
No. I was saying. Now I remember. I was saying that I don't need to be there every day.
Then you said, and you was like, and then you were saying what about kids, and then I was saying, then we got into the conversation about.
I was agreeing with kids. So take away the vasectomy thing, because I remember the conversation.
Yes, you do. So we did have that kind of conversation.
We talked about children. At first, you started saying I was advocating for vasectomies, which is great. What I said was I don't need to be home changing diapers every day. Now I remember. You always said that you want to change the diapers with me. I'm saying I don't need to be there for the diaper changing.
And then, maybe,
Nothing with vasectomy.
Are you sure?
I won.
You did. This is what I'm saying.
Men are bad.
No, it's not men are bad. This is the problem.
Say it on 3.
No, we're not doing that. And this is the problem. And I feel like you was coming such a long way, and I was about to give you all your credit and say, I really love
total male victory.
It is not a male victory. And what is it with men? Like, you have to dominate, that you want to win. What is that about? This isn't about winning right now. We're having a conversation.
Well, you lost.
Why are you trying to win?
Because you said that.
No. But no. It's not. I will admit if I'm wrong. I might have got that bit wrong, but I definitely know.
Okay.
No.
Good.
I know there was a point in the conversation where you said about it.
Said what?
100%.
About vasectomies?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna.
Okay, we're going to agree to disagree, but now this brings me to my next point. And
you're just wrong, Chian.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
but I'm not going to say that. But
how can I advocate for vasectomies if I'm talking about having children with multiple wives?
No, but I'm saying, but before that conversation, I was explaining to you the conversation, the way that it was going,
right?
And it was
going towards vasectomies.
Yeah, no, because I'm going about the last conversation we had,
and
it was about vasectomies, and then after that, it was saying about not having kids. Then we was talking about life,
right?
And then that's when that discussion happened. So I was now trying to say, I was actually trying to give you credit, but it's frustrating because even in this moment, we've got into this debate about it that didn't need to happen. I was literally
because you were wrong.
But now it's not even about being right or wrong, and this is the problem. Yes, it is a problem. Like, sometimes just sit and have a conversation. And not argue, not debate.
Who's arguing?
No, I'm saying we're not having a debate. You've literally just made us stop filming to go look at so you can win.
Why did you stop filming?
No, but you know what I mean, like off the camera to look for stuff.
Because
it's not about being wrong. But
you said something
I'm trying to guide and steer the conversation, and then you want to navigate it. So you can be right in the.
Well, because you said something that was factually incorrect, and I needed to show you.
Incorrect though, because we haven't watched it, so we'll watch it off camera. But I'm saying you don't always have to be right now. Like, very frustrating. So, and I hate doing this. This is the male thing and the male ego, but we was just having a conversation about the male ego, and you are proving that to be so true.
I am.
And it's very frustrating.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
And I'm sorry as well. See? That's us being adult.
Right. I won.
So going back onto everything that we've been having a conversation with, and about you clarifying that you're not jumping on trends. Do you truly feel like you're in a space where you truly feel seen?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a metric of success or something that's good or bad. I'm literally on camera like 24/7.
No, but not even
so I'm always being stood.
No, but do you feel like on a personal level, like, because I know for me personally, sometimes I feel misunderstood. I feel like, take away the internet, but I'm quite a complicated individual, and I find it very rare that I meet someone that gets it or gets me. So I want to see if, like,
you want to feel seen
by the right people. Do you feel seen? And if so, do you feel single?
That's not something that matters to me, really.
No?
No.
So what matters to you?
What matters to me is my family's okay, that I'm on Dean, doing the right things, and succeed in my career.
Yeah.
Those things that matter the most.
Yeah.
And my people are okay, and I'm okay. And
So who are you?
who am I?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm this guy right here.
But who?
I'm another man that God created.
Another one that God created.
I don't think I'm that special.
You don't think you're that special?
No, I don't think that's worth like delving into those topics. Like, do I feel seen? Do I feel understood? Who am I? Does this matter? Like, I think that's those are pointless thoughts to have.
Why though?
Because there's no answer to that. Like, who are you? There's no specific answer. You're just a guy.
No, but that's like,
you're a girl. I'm a guy.
but like, that's what I mean. But does it not make you want to lead more into purpose? Like, because I know for me personally, when I'm sat in conversations, it's like, who am I? Why am I here? And what do I want to do with my life? Like, do I really feel like I'm advocating that with my life? And that's why even having these kind of conversations with you and having you on this like show, I'm trying to understand. I would like to understand you, you know, and that's why. Huh?
What do you want to know?
No, so I'm asking you questions. I'm trying to get to know
Who are you?
I'm understanding who you are.
So that's a therapist question.
It's not.
It's a very
It's
couch.
not.
It's a very.
Maybe to you, but
It's a very going deep with Cheyenne question.
exactly it is because that's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's important. I think when you're putting yourself out into the world, and I think what we do for a living, it's not that many people can do it. And I think it's you might think it's easy, but it's also a very hard thing to do, to put yourself out there like that. Like, energy is contagious. Energy is real.
And you're sharing it with people.
Yeah. You're sharing it with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you have to say.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I don't really think.
Does it make you feel happy? Like, how, when you're doing this, like, how do you actually feel? Like, because right now, you feel like a robot. I feel like everything, well,
You don't think
sometimes you are a bit scripted. It's like you go into this autopilot scripted mode where you're like, da-da-da-da-da, like, you have this, and this is facts. Like, you talk about Malcolm X, and then you talk about God, and it's great, because they are things that...
What do you want to do? You want me to cry? What do you want?
No, I don't want you to cry. I want you to just be really present in the moment.
I am. I'm right here. See, if I wasn't, you see the way I'm looking in your eyes? That's present.
Yeah.
You can't fake that.
Good.
Okay, so who am I? Am I happy? I'm a very happy person.
Yeah.
Well, never happy. Working hard and doing the right thing.
Yeah. So, like, what's working hard? And why do you think you work so hard? Like, why are you aspiring to work so hard?
What else are you going to do? There's nothing else to do with your time.
Yeah, but I guess, going back into, like, leaning into your faith and stuff, if it's about procreating, family, love.
Well, you can't procreate and have family if you're not doing well. You can't provide and be an example if you're not successful, if you're not being a good role model for your kids.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else to do but work. That's where I'm my happiest, when I'm working and I don't have too much time to ponder. I've been at that stage where I'm like, who am I? What's going on? What is this? And I've just found it to be a giant waste of time. Instead of wasting your energy there, just do something productive.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on, like, mental health?
I think that's all just kind of gay.
No. Well, that's your thoughts and opinions, so...
I do. Yeah, you can't say no to my opinion. I think that it's delving. The more you think about it, the more real it is. So I don't think about this stuff.
Yeah. But it is real, and I feel like it's a hard space, because I actually totally understand what you're saying when you say, like, the moment you start focusing on it, your mind can take you to so many different places when it doesn't need to. Like, it's really hard, and going into, like, victim mentality and stuff. So I kind of feel I do really understand when people say, like, mental health, it exists, but don't go too deep into it. But I feel like you can't just say it's a gay thing. Like, what the hell?
It's gay.
What is gay?
If you think about it logically, being depressed is really retarded. That's such a dumb thing to choose to do. Because if you say I'm depressed, you're choosing a state of an action. You're choosing an existence where you're slow, you don't get up, you don't shower. You're choosing to be a loser. Being depressed is being a loser. And so a lot of the people that think they're depressed, I just tweeted earlier, I'm like, you're addicted to porn and you vape all day. Like, yeah, you're depressed. Your head's all messed up. You're thinking about the wrong things. You're programmed with wrong stuff. You can't get out of your bed. You have no energy because you've been jerking off all day. Your lungs are clouded with vape juice. Like,
no, but
yeah, you're going to be depressed.
But you don't think, like, a lot of people, like, are lost, and a lot of people need nurturing. A lot of people come from, a lot of people that suffer with depression as well. Like, it's because of environments that they've been brought up in and stuff, and it's like a cycle and it's like a pattern. So I think just to say, oh, that's gay, firstly, it's childish, and just like dismiss it, it's like very dangerous.
It's the best thing to do is dismiss it. This goes back to the racism thing earlier. The more you believe it, the more it's true. And I think a lot of these people, if they feel like they have no purpose, like just come to Islam. It'll give you all the answers. Islam gives you a way of life. It's not just a book. It's not just following God. Islam tells you exactly what to do. You have the perfect role model, the Prophet Muhammad. You know how to live life, and it's very simple. Islam is very simplistic, but it also gives you all the answers. These people that have no purpose at all, a lot of time they fill it up with drugs, and they try to fill the void with like degeneracy.
Escapism, isn't it?
Yeah, they just escape nonstop to not think about what you're supposed to be doing. Islam gives you purpose. So.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people just need purpose. So I feel maybe for you, like you're probably not going to take this suggestion because it's coming from me, but I think you where you're at and where you're going with your life, and you are leaning into purpose stuff, and your relationship with your faith, it's kind of like it would be a lot more powerful to, instead of you just like dismissing, oh, depression is gay, mental health is gay. Like if you just said, you know, depression, I've had that, and come on a journey with faith with me, I think it's a lot more powerful. I feel like you're very smart within interacting and saying through the buzz.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but respectfully, like you can't tell me how to do my job.
I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying like
I'm good at what I do. And there's a reason that I'm successful past it. I've been banned on everything. I'm banned on Instagram, YouTube, everything, TikTok, and I'm still here. I'm still like, people still want to interview me because I know what I'm doing. The way that I talk and speaking freely is provocative. It gets people thinking because everybody else is so filtered. So if someone says straight up, mental health is gay, everyone knows exactly what I mean. And then I can't sugarcoat it. Well, actually, mental health is something that we need to be fall asleep. People's attention spans are messed up. Yeah. They need to say something. Like, monkeys in the street, whoa. And then you get them thinking, and then you explain. But it needs to start with the shock factor. I'm sorry. Like, maybe it's not perfect and it hurts people's feelings, but it is what it is, man. You black people are going to be running around like monkeys. and then you need King and twerking and this stuff. And then we explain it further. Okay, they're using Caribbean culture as an excuse to act like degenerates, and everybody else is afraid to call it out because they don't want to be called racist. It's time to just say something more real. But people do not listen to you if you're not speaking in a way that's concise and that's easily understood.
I don't know. I think it's like, I agree with some of what you're saying to like the shock factor to get people to listen. Like we know content.
Because people can disagree. This happened yesterday when I was doing a stream with a bunch of Muslim scholars and sheikhs. And there was a black guy, friends of Muhammad Ajab, and he was there. And he said, I want to ask you a tacky question. I knew exactly what he was going to say immediately. I knew he was going to, because I tweeted a picture of a black guy's brain being with fried chicken and two Jews, like cooking the fried chicken. And the fried chicken, I knew he was going to ask him about that. And he's like, I want to ask you about that tweet. I'm like, what? What's wrong with it? Well, what it's really showing is that Zionists use black culture to go and program people to do degenerate things, because when we're divided, we're easy to conquer. If we believe in rap culture where you shoot each other, gang, popping Percocet and twerking, baby mama, this stuff, if we believe in this, we believe that's cool to smoke weed and kill each other, then other people are going to profit forever.
Yeah.
They're going to be at the top when we're well divided. I tweeted a picture of that.
But what did you write?
Nigger culture.
Exactly.
But it's true. That is the culture. What nigger culture should be is Malcolm X.
But like I've literally told you earlier, when we stopped saying racial slurs, I told you it makes me uncomfortable, and you still keep saying it.
I want to say it so bad now.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to articulate myself because I'm trying to respect you, and now you're being disrespectful.
And now you just suck the energy out of the room. I was talking too.
No, what you were saying, no, because listen, what I'm trying to say to you is like everything is very calculated. It's smart with what you're doing. I understand. Listen, I've done things where I've put things out knowing it's going to get a certain reaction, but it's at the expense of who?
No one.
You don't think saying the N-word and everything is the expense, or
just
to make a few people laugh?
It's just a word. There's nothing against in Islam. Like, it's not haram to use words that have no, like, it's not even a curse word. It's just it's a word that's been, you hear it every single day. I was in the car earlier, I heard it like 50 times in an Amigo song. Yeah. And now I say it about culture. People cry.
I think it's the way that you say it sometimes.
How do I say it?
Well, it was written, so I can't interpret.
So who cares?
Well, obviously, listen, if the people of colour are the people questioning you about it, they're the people that
okay, and what's the
explain? But yeah. You don't have anyone else that is white or light skinned to question you about it.
Okay,
But they're not bothered by it. Like you said, it was a dark skinned man that questioned you about
Yeah, just yesterday. And he said I was right.
about it. No, but
He said I was right.
but the people are questioning with your tone and the way you're putting things out. It's offensive, no?
No?
Okay.
Are you offended?
I think it is offensive.
Well, are you offended?
I'm not offended.
You're fine.
No, but it is. I think it's very ignorant.
Are you offended?
Well, I'll say yes, I am.
Are you okay?
I am okay.
Do you want to go to therapy?
Do you want to go therapy?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Do you want some medicine?
Why don't, what's your thoughts on therapy?
I just said it earlier. I don't want to repeat. I said mental health is gay, so the therapy. Some people need it. I think it's a giant waste of time.
Could be for your time, but I think anyone that is listening to this, I'm an advocate for therapy.
I know you are.
Definitely.
Yeah. I know people that believe in therapy are always going to, this feelings. It's better to, I think it's better to give your feelings to Allah. Like, well, I had a death in the family recently. And
Sorry to hear.
No, it's fine. And then this was my reaction. And this is the best headspace that I've been in. I found out, and then I streamed for 8 hours straight. I didn't think about it once. It was like in the back of my head, but I was so focused on what I was doing that I didn't think about it. As soon as the stream ended, I prayed, cried, and then that was it.
Do you not think like one day you just like the way you
I let it out.
Living.
I let it out like when I was crying.
After praying.
Yeah, I prayed and then finished the prayer, wiped my hands, and got back to
You're
life.
okay, and
It's better than like talking to someone else. If I sit on a couch and talk to somebody, it's inauthentic. You're going to try to be impressive. You're going to try to entertain the person. You're going to fabricate the story. The one being that knows what you're thinking without any sort of filter, that knows, because you can't lie. You can't lie to Allah. He's all-knowing. He's all-merciful. He knows everything. There's nothing that you could hide. So it's better to share your feelings with him.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. I find therapy to be a waste of time, especially for boring people that are not interesting. I think that they want to like unpack their childhood and sit down.
But I think it's important. I think like...
No, it's not. Move on. Your childhood was in the past. We're grown adults.
It's a great... like what you're saying, I completely agree with. I think it's a very logical response to a situation. But I think there's also emotional thinkers in the world that actually do need that help to unpack things and understand things. Because some people have patterns of
most people don't.
Cycle.
Like, I don't think you need therapy. I don't think so. I think a lot of like people in London, New York, they're like, you can hear them walk around. I just talked to my therapist, and you don't need therapy. You just want a friend, and you're paying somebody to listen to your porn.
I think it goes to life. I think people want validation, regardless, no matter what it is. And I think when I know that I've had therapy sessions, I know that I've needed to, it's like that validation or that reassurance in moments. And I think going back to like faith, it's when you feel that security and able to lean on someone for something, whether that is your faith or if that is your friend or that is your therapist, I think it's really important. And I think we have conversations and we learn things and we take things in so many different ways.
What's the most important thing you learned in therapy?
About myself.
Okay. What?
It was the relationship that I had with myself and the...
What?
Yeah, the relationship that I had with myself.
Okay.
And that I need to trust myself more because it was like...
Trust yourself?
Stop it.
I'm confused. I don't understand. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I don't understand.
So what I learned in therapy is the things that were affecting my life, I had the capabilities to deal with it myself.
You didn't know that before therapy?
No, do you know what it was? I knew it, but it was one of them ones when, like I said, sometimes we need that moment of reassurance or that validation or just that motivation, that empowerment from something. So that's what a lot of people might do. So whether it's watching your content, they feel seen and they have a voice and they feel validated. Whatever it is, however people take it, like it's very important.
I think you could have figured that out.
Not really. Sometimes you don't, because sometimes you just hit a wall. Like I look back now, I probably could, but in the time when your mind is a mess, when you feel like you don't actually know what way to go, because I'm a big advocate for therapy, but with the right therapist. I do agree that therapy can be detrimental because it can give you a victim mentality and it can keep you in a space where you can't grow from. But I do think for the people that are emotional thinkers, it is good to dissect through therapy. Yeah.
Sure. Maybe for really traumatized people, for majority of people, they're absolutely not.
Yeah. I was going to say, so what do you actually want to do with your life?
Exactly what I'm doing now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we doing it in 5 years' time, 10 years' time?
I don't think in terms of 5-year, 10-year plan, I don't. I know what I want to do in the future. I know I want to have kids. I know I want to, keep making movies. I'm releasing a documentary today. Like, that's the type of stuff that I'm really passionate about. It's called Letter from Bosnia. And that's just what I want to keep on, creating, inspiring others, and making art, making more money, providing for my family, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing exactly what I want to do in 10 years. Like, I can't see why
And
I shouldn't be anything. Yeah.
And how do you think moving forward, like, if you keep getting cancelled, like, how are you going to keep coming back?
I'm bigger than the social media platforms now. There's not one other YouTuber in existence, somebody who became popular through YouTube that got banned and became more famous afterwards. There's nobody.
Yeah.
It does not exist. Especially solo, what I do, I'm the only one. And I take pride in that. And I know that even if they try to take away whatever platforms I have, they're going to come back. You know, because everybody else is so censored. They're going to need a real-ass nigga to really talk that shit. Or someone's going to have to talk that shit. And I'm that real nigga to do it. Like, I'm that nigga to do it. And so regardless of what they do, I'll make a website. If I have to stand in a crate in a park, they're going to come. I'm always going to be able to connect to them.
Yeah. Do you think, are you ever worried that anything from the past might affect your future?
Of course. I don't worry. Of course, that's going to happen. It's inevitable. Like, things always going to come and haunt you. But there's no point in worrying. Why? I don't want to let anything drag me down.
Yeah. Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
Are you still in love?
No.
Have you been heartbroken?
Yeah.
How did you deal with heartbreak?
Racism.
What?
I just started making racist jokes.
Oh my God.
Just laugh it off.
Why was?
And then I went to the gym, and then I worked hard. Just got over it eventually.
Just deal with it.
Just deal with it. That really is the only solution. Is just get over
work
it.
through it, right?
Just get over it.
Get over it.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you open to love?
Of course.
How are you open to love? What are you doing? Are you just?
You want to find out?
Open?
I'll show you.
You're gonna show me.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'll show you how open I am.
Okay.
I got a big heart.
Do you think? I think deep down you have a big heart.
Not deep down. It's right there. I'll show you my heart.
Under all the like racial, ignorant, homophobic tweets,
Mm-hmm.
the heart is there.
It's right there.
Well, I don't want to hit the mic, but
It's okay.
the opposite side. What is a quote that you live by?
Seek truth through funny.
Of course, seek truth is funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even ask for an example because that is literally what you've been doing.
It's the whole. Yeah.
It's the whole interview.
Yeah.
And what kind of legacy do you want to leave?
I want to have inspired people, made people laugh. I want to have made people think, uplifted people, and been that nigga.
Okay, on that note, SNEAKO, thank you.
Yeah.
For your
Stay around me. This is fun.
No, it was fun. It's been nice getting to know you on a little deeper level.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that was a very interesting conversation, very insightful. I feel like my personal opinion on SNEAKO is he's very controversial and he says things to get a reaction. I think it's a typical content creator reaction, to be honest with you, putting things online. However, I'm very grateful for SNEAKO's time. I think it's very important that we take time to really try to understand people, get a bit of understanding with who they are, their background, just to before we make judgments. So yeah, SNEAKO, thank you very much for joining me on the sofa today. Let me know what you guys thought of the conversation, and please like, subscribe and comment, and let me know in the comment section who you would like to see on the next episode. This is Chian Reynolds and I've been your host today.